This question is from R.K. Goel Prabhu. He asks, Hare Krishna Guruji. Krishna says, Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sa characharam, and yet he is the non-doer. How can this be understood? Kindly explain. Thank you, Guruji.
Because he is the Udasina Vadasyano, just in the previous slokam. So this is the 9th chapter, 10th slokam. Krishna is saying that under his direct supervision, everything is actually working. But in the next slokam, Krishna is, in the previous sloka, Krishna is saying that Nachamam tani karmani nibandhanandi dhananjaya udasina vadasino asaktam teshu karmasu. So Krishna is teaching us that udasina vadasino. So I am seated as neutral. Udasina means neutral. Asaktam tesu karmasu. Krishna is not attached. Krishna is not at all attached to anything. So that's what Krishna is saying, that, oh Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. So that's what Krishna is saying. So that's why he is the non-doer. Because he need not do anything. Nothing is forcing him to do anything. So whatever, even we can also, if you are not influenced by the modes of nature, whatever we do, we are not answerable to anyone. So that's why Krishna also is asking us to be in that udasina. So Surun Mitrari Udasina, Madhyastha Dvesya Bandhu. So that's what we need to be. Udasina Vadasina. Udasino Vadasino means we need to be situated neutral. We should not be disturbed. We should not be disturbed by the results. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, you understand that?
Thank you, Guruji. Can we understand it like this, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? There is no doubt about it. But he is so powerful that he need not to do everything by his own hands. So he has created this Maya, which takes care of all the desires, that whatever he is thinking, because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he has created this as a, we can say it's a employee. He has employed, or he has created, or he has given this job to Maya to run this whole universe as per his instructions. And his set of instructions are known to Maya, and they have been somehow they are contained in this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, but they are very confidentially given. So only a perfect devotee can know those laws, how this Maya is working. And a non-devotee, he cannot even get an access. So basically, he is the chief, but he is not at the working level. At the working level, it is the Maya, which is doing everything on his behalf. And this Maya is basically so powerful that it actually the Man, Buddhi, Ahankar is also part of the Maya. Basically, it is part of Prakriti. So one, out of his own intelligence, or out of his own wisdom, or out of his own mana, he cannot think of getting out of it. So he will always be under the influence of Maya. So for that, he needs the mercy of the Krishna. So am I thinking is right, Guruji?
Krishna just with a single fragment of his energy will pervade this entire universe. That's what he says in the 10th chapter, last sloka we studied. Atava bahunaitena kimnyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyahamidam krishnam ekam sena stito jagat. So that way, he is the conscious of this entire universe. So he is unlimited. So nastyanto vistarasyami. So for his opulence, there is no end. So antate pravakshyami divyagi atma vibhudayaga pradhanyataga kurusresto nastyanto vistarasyami. I will just tell you the prominent ones, because there is no end to my opulence. So that's what Krishna is saying. So that way, Krishna is the non-doer. Just by himself thinking itself, it will happen. For him, he is the source of everything. So that way, yeah, he's the non. For your original question, he's not. See, in the 13th chapter also, Krishna said that. So, Nachamam tani karmani nibandhanandi. Then in the 13th chapter also, Krishna said in the 4th chapter. In the 4th chapter, in the sloka number 14, I believe. So Krishna said that in the 14th chapter. So, namam karmani limpanti, name karma pales pravaga, Itimam yobijanati karma bigi nasapatyati. So namam karmani limpanti. So whatever I do, nothing is going to bind me. That's what Krishna is.
So Guruji, so basically we all are under the influence of Maya. And when we do chanting, what do? We are trying to invoke him. We are trying to force him to act to pull us out of this Maya.
When we chant, actually, we are actually detaching ourselves from this material sense object. We are not thinking anything. See, Maya can control us only if we think about the material sense objects. So when we are attached to this material world, then Maya, we are under the control of Maya. So this chanting is the process. You are fixing your mind on Krishna. You're not thinking about anything in this material world. So that way, Maya, we are freeing ourselves from Maya. You understand that, bro?
Right. So basically,
Yes, bro.
one more doubt I have got actually. Actually, there are people who are at different levels. Some are largely in Tamoguna, some are largely in Satoguna. So yesterday I had a doubt, and you have clarified that one has to necessarily get this human body to get liberation or to go low. Now my second question related to that is again, even in this Manushya Yoni, in this human form, one has to necessarily go to from Tamoguna to Rajoguna and then Rajoguna to gradually Satoguna to get the liberation, or one can directly go from Tamoguna to liberation.
No, no problem. Tamoguna to liberation is not possible. So
Okay.
one should be Jnana Sangena Badnadi. So Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatvat Prakasakam Anamayam Sukha Sangena Badnadi Jnana Sangena Chanaga. So this Sattoguna only leads to liberation. So we need to come to Sattoguna.
Okay, so this journey will become a bit longer if the person is not having the past good efforts at his back. Okay.
This Bhagavad Gita is the knowledge. If we just take shelter into this Bhagavad Gita, it will be very quick. That's it.
Okay.
So that's what this Bhagavad Gita will do all the magic. So that's why we need to spread this Bhagavad Gita, study this Bhagavad Gita. That's why repeatedly every day we are emphasizing everything only about Bhagavad Gita, nothing else. If you carefully analyze, in all our lectures every day, we don't deviate, we don't get out of Bhagavad Gita at all. So this Bhagavad Gita only can actually solve all our problems. It has got this solution. Bhagavad Gita is the solution manual for all our problems, the solution guide.
Yes, you're right, Guruji. And even in Bhagavad Gita, what I have realized, this Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto Madhyajimam Namaskuru is the core philosophy. One has to keep on remembering him, attaching himself with him. So that will gradually increase our love for the Krishna, and we will be pulled towards him with greater force.
Yes,
right.
That's correct.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.